Tell me your name, mortal.
Alright, hello everyone! We are back with a new beta, and this one is from Vendel Games, which is, it's behind another well-known series, and the series is Love Chronicles. Actually, I already have the latest Love Chronicles, and it's on my channel. I recorded it a long time ago. But the rest of the series, I've had them for a long time, but I have not recorded them yet. So if you're interested, you feel free to check the latest one out, and I'm sure you can find the rest of the Love Chronicles other playlists by other gamers. I do have some great recommendations on my channel. My fellow gamers and LPers, they are there on my channel with links to their channels. But in the meantime, we shall be taking a look at this new game. It's pretty cool looking. Huh. It looks like it's a bonus. There's a bonus! So this must be the beta for their collector's edition? Most likely. So anyway, let's not waste any time. We'll get into this. Spirit of Revenge, the Cursed Castle. Casual.
I don't like the looks of this, Inspector.
It's our duty to check on the Flatsbury family. Come on. Lord Flatsbury, you all right, my lord? If you don't answer, we'll have to break down your door.
Inspector, come quickly.
Wait. What's that noise?
Miss Gale, it's me, Inspector Bolton. We need your help on a case. You're not far from the site. It's Castle Flatsbury. I'm sure you know it.
I'm so glad you are nearby. The Inspector's in the van. The only one left in the castle was this little girl. Try to talk to her.
Okay, so we have our task list. We like to use an interactive tutorial, shall we? Yeah, let's go with yes, since it's a fairly new game. Journal is right here. And we do have the task list over here. The arrow means that you can move to another location. Yeah. Oh, look at that. The inventory bar is so wide. I'm kinda used to the inventory bar in most games where it's so small and you can hardly see your objects. But this one, I'm thinking we're not going to have any problem finding our inventory. The hint is on here, and we do have an indication that there's a map right away. Use the hint when you get stuck, of course. I wonder what this is for. The menu over here. It's kind of the opposite of the Rite of Passage series, where your journals, everything is on the right and the rest is on the left. Anyway, enough talk.
I was relieved to know you were in England, Miss Gale. This is Jessie Flatsbury, the Lord's youngest child. She's our only witness. She's chilled to the bone, but all we have to offer her is hot water. You wouldn't happen to have some cocoa in your car, would you, Miss Gale? That might break the ice, so to speak. And here, It's our report on Castle Flatsbury.
I'm guessing Miss Gale is either a journalist or a detective. It's usually one or the other. Ooh, our map! We finally have our map. Okay. Incident: missing persons. We were called to the castle to investigate neighbors' reports of fire and strange noises. Usually quite active, no one has seen any sign of the Flatsburys in some time. Background on the castle, built in the 13th century. Ooh, I like old castles. Historic record includes references to other strange vanishings. Magnifying glass means you can zoom in to observe an item or gather. Yep. The gear means you can use certain items. Fairly standard. Some cocoa might warm her up and suit her. Huh. Okay. Hot water's a good start, but I'll need to find a cocoa left over from my lunch. Okay, let's go look at our map now. See? Ooh. Kind of like the map. Second floor, first floor, castle grounds. Yay! Neglected garden, vault, old tower. Huh. I like that they put everything in tabs. So you really don't have to scroll them. I mean, some maps, usually they're so wide, so you have to scroll them. But this one, you can just simply go through by tabs. Don't have to do a lot of scrolling. Okay. We are in the castle grounds. We have something to do here. Unsolved
I
top.
hope you can get the little girl to talk. She's our only witness.
Okay. Sparkling areas. Ooh, hidden object seen. You can find useful items. Touch the sparkles. You can interact with objects in hidden object seeks when you see the hand. Find all the silhouetted items. It's a silhouette scene. Okay. And it's interactive. Wow. So where does this one go? This album? Needs more. Slides. Where the slides are? Need to find a battery. Oh, okay. One of the photos is missing. I still need that one. Eyeglass. Screwdriver. Post-it note. Okay, it goes here, not there. Huh. How handy! It's the combination for the box. Okay. Need to give this music box to my niece. Now it's broken. Here's the ballerina. Now, what else do we need? Okay, blocks are here. Red goes here. And switch this. Yay! Cocoa powder! Let's go. Take the item and drag it to the selected area, of course. There, now that's perfect. Put the lid back on. Give her the hot chocolate.
I'm Brenda. And you're Jessie, right? Here, this should warm you up. Can you tell me what happened?
I lost my mom's locket. Can you find it for me? It's my favorite thing in the world.
Aww. Jessie's drawing.
We're counting on you to get the girl to tell us what she knows. She's the only witness.
Okay, okay.
Won't you look for her locket? It's all she has left to remember her late mother. Search the castle.
Okay, we are going to the castle. PB Castle. Anything else here?
Go ahead and track down that locket. I'll stay with Jessie.
Okay.
Take a look at this. The backstory on the Flatsburys might help your case. According to this, the family had a bizarre accident the very day they moved in here. A hound appeared from out of nowhere and forced the Lord's car off the road. And there's more. Local legends say many family members have vanished before, through the generations. Be careful, ma'am. It could be dangerous in there. Here's a flashlight. You'll need it.
Why, thank you. Thanks, guys. You're really taking one for the team. Or rather, I'm the one who's taking one for the team. I'm the one who has to go to the castle. Guessing none of you want to go. Uh-oh. Okay, I was about to shine the flashlight on him. Yikes, if I didn't know better, I'd think I was in Baskerville. The Hound of Baskerville. Kind of looks like the Hound of Baskerville, doesn't it? During the game, you'll find picture frames that will be stored in your gallery. Once you find all the pieces to the painting, you can restore it. Ooh, collectibles! We have collectibles. She was one of the first in the family line to live in the castle. Huh. Storeroom key. Great. Guessing that's for here. Need something thin to pick the lock. Don't have anything yet. Ooh, gargoyles, creepy gargoyles. But there's something behind here, but I'll have to find that sun figure to open it. There's some kind of pattern here. You can see it very well. Need light. Flashlight. I better find out what sequence opens this door. Okay. Get away from those creepy gargoyles for now. Uh-oh.
Things are not always as they seem.
Okay. Things are not what they seem, I'll say. She seemed like a ghost. You think? You can use the map to travel around the game world. Yay, fast travel map. Fast travel map. Hi. Hang on, Birdie. I'll get you out. Oh, Birdie's trapped. There's something behind these roses. I'll need to trim them back. Okay. Didn't I see a key? It's the one here? Okay. So that was for this one. I thought it was for that other... What was that? A storage room too? Anyway, we have another sparkly scene. But first... what's in here? Colored tile. Okay. Anything else? Just the roses. Trap birdie. Okay. Now this is what you call a standard hidden object scene. Freshly cut rose, bottle of wine, sprayer, and a black cat. So I need to paint that black. That's a sprayer. Bottle of wine. Mushroom. Keys. You know what I like about this scene? Everything is so crisp. And it's really not that cluttered. It's easy to see. It reminds me of Dark Dimensions, actually. Grass. Where should I cut it? Oh, the rose. Freshly cut rose. Now coffee. Yeah, I like scenes like this better. Because I mean, other scenes, they're not just cluttered. Everything else is so tiny. But this one, look. It's perfect for widescreen. You can see everything. Gloves, glass shade. I need to paint that cat. Yikes, this place is either haunted or I'm part of an elaborate hoax. Going with a hoax for now. Paint the kitty. Now I want some coffee. Although I'm really not drinking coffee. I don't drink coffee actually. I drink cocoa. Just like Miss Gale. Oh. Is that thing burning? Gloves. Cup of water. Oh, okay. So we're not making coffee. We're just looking for coffee. Okay, kerchief and coffee. There you go. Bag of coffee beans. You didn't just grow at me, did you? This one? This little guy? Kerchief. Is that it? I've forgotten what that looks like. What does a kerchief look like? Oh, that one. Handkerchief. Found an item. Pliers. Oh, okay. Let's see. Maybe now we can pick that lock. Maybe that only worked in medieval times. What about setting the birdie free? Yep. What's this? Stone flower. Wire. Okay, that's what we need. Okay, as a rule guys, I will try to solve puzzles in the demo, but if it takes me too long, I'm probably gonna skip it because I really don't like doing puzzles until the full release. So that's my policy. We're up to lift the springs on the right amount of length. Okay. Okay. Nope. It's gonna take me too long to brute force this, or at least to find the solution. Let's skip it. Well, I don't think it's still working. Yeah, skip button still not done. There you go. So, I actually done luck puzzles just like that, but really don't want to waste time. Some zones may have puzzle pieces and collect them all and gain access to the bonus gameplay. What? Okay. Another collectible then. Night figure. Puppet's arm. Kinda creepy. The empty field that was once here is no more. From it now rises my greatest architectural masterpiece, Castle Flatsbury. In just a few more days, the final stone will be set. But my success is hollow without Lady Agnes by my side. Lady Agnes, her eyes are the most wonderful thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, even my diary betrays me. Isaac, Master Mason. So the Master Mason was in love with Lady Agnes. He would not have been of noble. What was that game? I was still reading. Dang it. I hate it when they take away the dialogue so quick. Found an old note in the gardener's house. I'm surprised it survived the elements. It appears to be written by the master mason who built the castle of Flatsbury. He writes bitterly about how he had to part with Lady Agnes. Perhaps this is the nature of her spirit's discontent? Maybe. Garden shears. Okay, that's where our colored tile will go, but only have one. I'm wondering if they will take one of them like in the Rite of Passage series. No. You have to complete all of them before you can use it. Okay. Stone flower. Another sparkly scene. Anything else? Uh-oh. Spirits in this house, if that's what they are, seem to have the ability to control fire. Yeah. Okay, let's do this party scene. Looks like the base of an Egyptian figurine. Thorns! No, we don't want thorns. Ooh, mushrooms. Mushrooms are still fresh. Someone must have gathered them not so long ago. Well, I'm not touching them. I'm not gonna touch them. Okay, this is another interactive scene. Didn't even notice. Dirty tray. Dry rag won't cut through the grease. So I need water or something. Used for grinding coffee. Here's our coffee bean. Number 7. Bottle of wine. Sprayer. Let's spray this first then. Okay. Now wipe it down. 7 and a 5. Okay. Wine. Okay. Number 4. Mushroom goes here. Number 2. Okay, that's where their code goes. Need to find all the numbers. Glass lampshade. Keys. 6. Okay. Flowers go in there. And I'm pretty sure this goes here. Kitty. And a cup of water. Find the code and open the safe. Five, 3, 6, 8, 6. Wait. 6, 5 or 6, 5, 8, 3. Nah. Aha! There you go. Flatsbury deaths. Agnes fell to her death. Catherine took her own life. Francis, the castle's first owners, he and his 3 wives all died under mysterious circumstances. Robert lost in the swamps. Neighbors report him being chased by a hound. Ooh, the Hound of Baskervilles. Mary died in a fire. Eugene fell to his death. Laura vanished after her husband Eugene's death. Stuart drowned and Elizabeth succumbed to fever. Okay. This is a rather tragic family. Sun token. Let's go back to the rose. I'm pretty sure we can do that now. No, not here. Pike pole. Okay. Castle courtyard. Nothing in here that I see. What secrets do the castle walls keep? We have 1 out of 2. Okay, I forgot about this. Build the castle to match the one in the sample. Press the arrows to see more choices. Press the back button to reset. Okay. And then there! I managed to solve at least one puzzle for you guys. Tin figurine. Wait. There's the code. Rotate this horizontally to horizontally align the symbols shown above. Oh boy. Don't even know where my letter N is. Why don't we just skip this? This is gonna be another waste of time. Though it could easily... Yeah, let's skip it. Let's not waste any time. Don't think Lord Flatsbury put up that law. Uh-oh. There's that fairy figure again. Ooh. Why is there a turkey here? Turkey! Can't see anything, it's too dark. Well, why did you lose your flashlight, silly? Shouldn't have used your flashlight. There it is. There's still power in this mansion. I'm not gonna touch that turkey. Toy locomotive. Morphing objects. There are morphing objects here. What? I've seen this article before. I guess the Lord is a skeptic. Serious accident plagued the Flatsbury family on their return to the family's namesake castle, unoccupied for years. Lord Flatsbury says a hound appeared from out of nowhere, blocking the way and forcing his car off the road. Locals cite legends of the castle's curse, taking this as a sign that the Flatsburys are not welcome. But the Lord's deaths make relocating elsewhere unlikely. Says rubbish. Guess Lord Flatsbury didn't put any stock in the curse rumors. Don't know the code. Yep. Feather duster. Need to look for missing parts. Anything else here? Okay, need a code for that.